All right, welcome back. We're going to get started right away because you already know how these videos work. We're giving you an example, and then you are working the rest of the problems on your own. You have an example and then 2 problems to work, and we're going to pick up with question number 28 today. All right, so here we go. It says, Ellie drives 22.5 miles in 45 minutes. If she drove 3 hours in total at the same rate, how far did she go? Before you try that problem, answer the question below. How many minutes did Ellie drive in total? Well, she drove a total of 3 hours, but they want to know how many minutes. So she drove 3 hours, 3 hours, and then there are 60 minutes in an hour, correct? So 3 times 60, that's 180 minutes total. All right, that's going to be an important number. So we're going to put 180 right here, and we're going to try it. All right. Now, how far would Ellie drive in 180 minutes? Okay, well, we're going to need to clear this out right here. We've already got the 180 minutes. We know how we got that. We're going to erase that. Now, if she drove 22.5 miles in 45 minutes, we want to know how many miles she drove in 180 minutes. Now remember, we can set this up like a proportion, just like this. And when you use a proportion, you can cross multiply. All right, so that means we are going to have, let's say, let's replace this with an X, okay? We're going to say 45X equals, and then we're going to take our 22.5 and we're going to multiply that times 180. All right, so let's get rid of some of this stuff on the screen. We just want to get rid of some of it, if it will let me. Okay, so let's remember that, 22.5, 45. All right, here we go. We're going to just erase all of that and set it up again. So we said that we would have 45X equals 22.5 times 180. All right, there we go. All right, using our handy dandy calculator here, we have 22.5 times 180. That equals 4,050. All right, and we have 45 times X. All right, if we are multiplying 45 times X, the way to get rid of it is to do the opposite, or divide. And if we do it to that side, we have to do it to this side. When we do that, the 45s go away. We're left with X. Okay, so let's say 4,050, our number is right here. And we're going to divide it by 45. So X equals 290, which means that in 180 minutes, she would drive 90 miles. I'm going to submit that answer. All right. Now, that was question 28. You are going to do questions 29 and 30 on your own. Let's take a look at them. All right, 29, They have miles in 12 minutes. And then here's hours. So you're going to be converting some minutes to hours. Make sure that you look at those things. And on question 30, we've got gallons, quarts, pints, and cups. You're going to have to do some conversions, but you need to try both of these on your own. Pause the video. And when you are ready to hit question number 31, start your video again and go to question number 31. All right, question 31. Assume that each circle shown below represents 1 unit. Express the shaded amount as a single fraction and as a mixed number. Okay, well, let's take a look at this. How many pieces are in each one? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 10 in this one, 10 in this one, 10 in this one, and 10 in this one. So as one fraction, you have pieces of 10. And then how many do you have shaded? Well, here's 10, 20, 30, and then 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. So we have 38 pieces shaded. And remember to use your little slash key. And there are 10 in each one. All right. Now you've got it as one fraction. Now you want to make it a mixed number. Well, how many whole ones do you have? You have 1, 2, 3 whole ones. And then how many pieces do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so 8 tenths. Now, they have not asked you to simplify this on here. All they ask you to do is a single fraction and a mixed number, so you do not have to reduce that, because 8 over 10 would reduce to 4 over 5, and you don't have to do that. So let's submit our answer. All right, so that was question number 31. You are going to complete question 32 and 33 on your own. Pause the video. When you have answered them, you can start the video again and go to the next question and join us there. All right, question number 34. Simplify the following fraction, 30 over 63. All right, so let's just write 30 over 63. All right, what do you recognize immediately that you could take out of both of those? Well, an easy one you can see is the 3, all right, because 3 will go into 30 10 times. 3 will go into 63 21 times. Now, I don't think you can reduce it any further because there's nothing in 10 or 21 that would come out. So we're going to say that it is fully reduced at 10 over 21. All right, let's submit that answer. There we go. You can take a look at how they did it with the factors and all. Sometimes it's easier to just look at it and say, oh, I know I can take a 3 out. If they were both even, I know I could take a 2 out and just get it to its simplest form. All right, so you are going to do question 35 and 36 on your own. Pause the video when you're finished. Go back and turn the video back on and join us for question number 37. All right, 37 says round 18.404962965 to 4 decimal places. All right, if you're going to round a number, remember, first of all, you got to find the 4th decimal place. So here is 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4th decimal place is this 9. Well, now we're going to look at the number that's after it. The number that's after it is a 6. So is a 6 lower than 5, or is it 5 or greater? Well, it's 5 or greater, so that means that we're going to round this 9 up. And you're probably going to have to look at it as a 49 because you can't just put a 0 there and leave it 404. So we're going to round this up to 18.40, and instead of a 49, we're going to put 50. Now, you won't always do that, but when there's a 9, if that had been an 8, then it would have been 4049. But because it's 4049 and there's a 6 after it, it's 4050. All right. You are going to do question 38 and 39 on your own. Again, pause the video, answer your question, and when you are done, join us again, start the video again, and join us on question number 40. All right, here we go. Question number 40 says convert 3 2/7 into an improper fraction. That means you want the number on top to be bigger than the one on the bottom. Now, there are 7 pieces in this. So that means that you have 7, 7, 7, and 2 right here. So 7 of these, 3 of them, 3 times 7 is 21. And then you have 2 more, 21, 22, 23. So that's going to be the same as 23 over 7. Now, an easy way to do this, we have 3 2/7. Well, an easy way to do this, to visually see it, you multiply here, and then you add here. 7 times 3 is 21, plus 2 is 23, and all of that was over 7. So let's check and make sure our answer is correct. Oh, okay, we've already submitted it. What happened? It's okay. Looks like everything's kind of locking up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back, and then I'm going to go back to question number 40 on it again and make sure that, yeah, it's submitted. It looks like it locked up. All right, question 40. All right, there we go. It was correct. Now you're going to do question number 41 and number 42 on your own. Pause the video, answer the questions, restart the video, and join us on question number 43 when you're ready. All right, question number 43. Convert 8/5 into a mixed number. All right, so this time we're going from an improper fraction to a mixed number. We have 8 over 5. Okay. Now, if we want to make that a mixed number, first of all, we got to figure out how many whole ones we have. Well, how many 5s are there in 8? There is 1 5. All right. And there are 8 pieces, and it takes 5. So 8 minus 5, we would have 3 left over. So 1 3/5. 1 3/5. All right, I'm going to submit that answer. And again, we were correct. So we're going to do question 44 and question 45 on your own. Pause the video. You know the drill. Join us when you are ready for question number 46. All right, question 46. Convert the fraction below into a decimal. All right, if you guys remember these are pretty easy. You have 1 over 10. All right, well, first of all, you know that if you're dividing by 10, you just move the decimal place 1 place to the left. So if there was decimal right here and you moved it over, it would be 0.1. But you can also feel free to check yourself, and you can go 1 divided by 10 is 0.1. All right, equals 0.1. Like I said, you can either move your decimal 1 place to the left, or you can actually work it out. Now, remember on here, you put your 1 right here. If there was a repeating decimal, you would put it underneath the line. So, for example, if it was if it was 1/3, we know the answer to that is 0.333333. That goes on forever. Then you wouldn't put anything on that solid line, and you would put the 3 under that. All right, so you are now going to do questions 47 and 48 on your own. Pause the video. When you're done, join us for question number 49. All right, question 49. If there are 16 boys and 32 girls in a room, fill out all of the possible ratios of boys to girls that could be made. Well, let's start. We're not going to start with 1, but let's start with 2. Can you take a 2 out of 16 and a 2 out of 32? Well, yes, you can. 2 will go into 16 8 times. 2 will go into 32 16 times. Let's try it. That one works. All right, could we take a 3 out of those? A 3 out of 16 and a 3 out of 32? I don't think so. How about, all right, so 3 won't work. How about 4? Well, 4 will go into 16 4 times. 4 will go into 32 8 times. All right, that worked. 5? No, 5's not going to work. How about 6? 6 won't go into 16 or 32, so 6 doesn't work. 7 doesn't work. How about 8? Well, yes, 8 goes into 16 2 times, and 8 goes into 32 4 times. So we can try that. All right, so 8 worked. All right, now let's just count up. 9 is not going to do it. 10 won't do it. 11 won't do it. 12 won't do it. Neither will 13, 14, or 15, but 16 will, because 16 divided by 16 is 1, and 32 divided by 16 is 2. So let's try that. And if you will just count up using your numbers, there we go. It says you are finished and may now press submit. We're going to submit that. All right, now you're going to do questions 50 and 51 on your own. Pause the video. When you're done, start the video again and join us for question number 52. All right, question 52. Evaluate the expression and write your answer as a fraction in simplest form. So we're going to add 1/9 plus 5/6. All right, well, when you're adding or subtracting fractions, you always have to have the bottom the same. So let's figure out what's the smallest number that both of these will go into. It looks to me like 18 is probably going to be that number. All right, so 6 will go into 18 3 times, and 3 times 5 is 15. 9 will go into 18 2 times, and 2 times 1 is 2. So we can add that now. 2 plus 15 equals 17. And then the bottom still stays the same. So it is 17/18. Right? And that can't be simplified anymore. So let's submit that answer. And you are going to do problem 53 and 54 on your own. Now, I'm going to go ahead and stop the video here, and then we will do questions 55 through 72 on the next video.